Welcome back to our channel, where we explore significant events and movements that have shaped history. Today, we're diving deep into the history of the Black Lives Matter movement. In this video, we'll take you through its origins, key moments, and the impact it has had on society. So, let's get started. The origins. The Black Lives Matter movement emerged in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's killer in 2013. Trayvon, a young African American, was fatally shot by George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watch volunteer. This tragic incident sparked widespread outrage and ignited a national conversation about racial profiling and police brutality. The founders in the same year, three activists, Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi, came together to create the Black Lives Matter movement. Their goal was to build a movement that would address the systemic racism and violence experienced by Black communities across the United States. Black Lives Matter. The use of social media played a crucial role in the movement's growth. The hashtag Black Lives Matter quickly spread, empowering individuals to share their experiences and mobilize for change. It became a rallying cry for those seeking justice and equality. Ferguson and Michael Brown. One of the pivotal moments in the movement's history was the killing of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, in 2014. Brown, an unarmed African American teenager, was shot by a white police officer. The incident led to protests, demanding justice for Brown and an end to police violence. National attention. The Ferguson protests gained nationwide attention, shining a spotlight on the issues of racial inequality and police brutality. This event marked a turning point in the movement, as people from all walks of life began to join the cause, recognizing the urgency of addressing these systemic injustices. Expanding the movement in the following years, the Black Lives Matter movement continued to gain momentum. Activists organized protests, marches, and sit-ins across the country. The movement's focus expanded to include other instances of police violence against Black individuals, such as the cases of Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, and Freddie Gray. Collaboration and alliances. Black Lives Matter formed alliances with other social justice movements, such as LGBTQ+ rights activists and immigrant rights advocates. This collaboration helped amplify their collective message and address the intersections of various forms of oppression. Political engagement. As the movement grew, it began to influence political discourse. Black Lives Matter activists worked to bring attention to these issues during the 2016 presidential election, pressing candidates to address systemic racism and propose reforms to the criminal justice system. Continued activism. In the years following its inception, the Black Lives Matter movement has continued to advocate for change. Activists have pushed for police reform, changes to the criminal justice system, and greater accountability for officers involved in violent incidents. They have also worked to address economic and educational disparities that disproportionately affect Black communities. Impact and lasting legacy. The impact of the Black Lives Matter movement cannot be overstated. It has sparked widespread conversations about race, brought attention to systemic issues, and forced a reckoning with the history of racial injustice in the United States. While progress has been made, challenges and criticisms alongside its achievements, the Black Lives Matter movement has faced challenges and criticisms. Some have questioned the tactics used during protests, while others have attempted to discredit the movement by misrepresenting its goals. Nevertheless, the movement has remained resilient, staying focused on its mission to dismantle systemic racism. Global impact. The impact of the Black Lives Matter movement extends beyond the borders of the United States. It has inspired and influenced similar movements around the world, highlighting the shared struggle against racial injustice and police brutality. From the United Kingdom to Australia, people have united under the banner of Black Lives Matter, demanding change within their own societies. Black Lives Matter. Today, as we stand in the present day, the Black Lives Matter movement continues to be a powerful force for social change. It has evolved into a broader movement advocating for racial justice, intersectionality, and the liberation of marginalized communities. Through ongoing protests, advocacy, and community organizing, activists are working towards creating a more equitable and just society. And that brings us to the end of our exploration of the history of the Black Lives Matter movement. We hope this video has provided you with a deeper understanding of its origins, growth, and impact. Remember, it is essential to stand in solidarity, listen to marginalized voices, and actively work towards a more inclusive and just society. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.